I guess we're setting
The
off
air
to
is not
undo
easy to
the
find.
thingamabob.
We must first head
There's a lot
north,
of quests around
and
here
then
now.
west, deeper into the forest.
Is that you making those sounds?
That'll feel good, boy.
Big
I
chillin'.
suspect two dominants can handle whatever it is that awaits you atop that peak. And if not, there's always Lady Shula's battle axe.
I'm surprised she didn't stay here while Joshua came with us. There's a decent few around here now. Go grab this one first then. Then they're just in my inventory. So may as well have them there. No reason not to accept them. But I don't know if I'd be doing them all. Next week's sales bought the Switch version of Sonic Frontiers despite knowing how rough looking it is. Banking on eventual Switch 2 performance improvements. Guess we'll see.
Serious then.
Yes. I think we might have company. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up on the cloak. At first, I thought it must have been you or your brother, so I didn't say anything, but the more I think about it, the more certain I am that the figure looked familiar.
And you're sure it wasn't one of the other villagers?
In case I do end up just going around with a bunch of side quest stuff.
It was someone from outside the wall who has found his way inside. Of course, it could just be my imagination playing tricks on me. I only caught a fleeting glimpse, and it might have been you or your brother. But if it is who I think it is, we cannot allow him to leave now that he knows we're here.
Who would it be?
Would you go and see? He won't try to hurt you, believe me. Given what lurks in the forest, the only one likely to get hurt is him.
Sure.
Very well.
If it's conveniently on my way, then maybe I'll do it.
Him to be or not, we need to know. It may yet be someone else entirely. Someone who means your people or my people harm.
Perhaps. Just promise me that if you do find someone up there...
Don't worry. I won't draw my sword unless I need to.
Thank you.
Yamila, this man you saw, might he be the customer you told me of?
I fear so.
The customer?
I'll explain later. Come on.
Quest accepted, the uninvited guest. Sure, I'll add it to my prioritized ones, just because there has to be 3 ones prioritized anyway. I'm tired of seeing some of these other ones. That's right over that way. Well, if I find myself going that way at some point, then maybe I'll end up doing that. For now, let's loop around and get these other ones in my inventory so that if they're conveniently on the way, then I'll end up doing them. And maybe I'd still want to do the plus ones anyway, because the plus ones are always pretty important, since they keep on unlocking new things. Is there any other services that I'm missing? Would these unlock different services here? Oh yeah, can I upgrade the stuff that I bought from the shop?
What is it you want?
Tide Strike. Interesting. At first I thought like maybe this would be like the next upgrade over the Ragnarok, or whatever this thingamabob was. Like the whole chain of all the boss thingamabobs. Maybe there will be an upgrade for that. Like maybe there will be a thing with Leviathan. Need Icebrand. Yeah, it doesn't show me like a craftable thing with my Everdark that I presumably have. I think that's still in my inventory then, or was it Forged into Ragnarok? I don't know. But Tide Strike is a little bit better than my current thing. I have one of these aqueous orbs, a bunch of those. Surge did the tide, the water rising as if it were some mighty whale stranding itself upon the shore. Yeah, and for the reinforcing, yeah, let's go ahead and make one here. Tide Strike. Sure, equip it. Then, yeah, so I can't reinforce that. Okay, my current thing that I have on for equipment here doesn't look like I can enhance. Okay, well, I'll go accept this one here. Yeah, it's a decent bit of damage.
Try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients.
He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too.
Hope I didn't take something contagious in here that
But
I would be immune to, but he wouldn't be.
This affliction.
That'd be a
it's like
serious
nothing I've ever
concern
seen
if you're
before. He complains of
exposing
feeling
yourself to
chilled
people
the
that are
bone,
very
but there's no
disconnected from your
fever
own
between
society. As
None
each
of
group
those
will have their own
painful
different
and
immunities
Talbot hasn't
that
done
the
a
other might
thing
not
to
have.
ease the pain in his
Might
chest.
spread some stuff around.
I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
Sure. I don't know what
I'd be
new
happy
thing this would
to.
grant me, but,
if I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
quest accepted. Well, prioritize it in case it's something I can do on the way because it'll unlock something new for me if I do it. So it should be a higher priority one. Well, I can chat to you right here, so may as well do that. And you're gonna tell me to go out in the world for the next step
do you
or
need
something,
something?
right?
I do.
Imagine all it took was talking to
Fair
this
enough,
guy and then the
Miss
quest is over.
Fanit
Only
asked me to speak with
A
you.
video game had something like
She's
that.
looking into the cause of
Talk to
your
one
father's
person and then
illness
quest
and
complete. Who was standing
wondered
right
if
next to you.
could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that,
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
Well, this is someone that's right close as well, so I guess I'm doing that while I'm here because it's a plus quest. But yeah, apparently 69 hours in full length if you were to 100% it. I don't think I'm 100%ing it, but if the plus things are conveniently on the way, then I'll do them while I'm here. It's not like I have to trek across the world here. Once it asks me to trek across the world, we'll see how convenient it
His
is.
name is Blazier, is it not? Pavad tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fannet is looking for. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, yeah?
I won't.
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
Alright, and then we just go back this way. Maybe this is just a quest of going around and chatting to people. Maybe I don't actually have to trek somewhere in the world. Not the one-off that I joked about it being, but still pretty convenient then, question marks? Maybe? Alright, hi, how you doing? I have information for you.
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Blazier, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest between here and the coast. Surely not. But then I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries. You may have encountered them during your time here. The small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there, and if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
Time is of the essence. Well, I'll do it if it's on the way. Sort of on the way here. I mean, we'll see where my objective marker ends up going after I pass through the high gate. Okay, it was the healer that I bumped into, not him. I thought I'd, like, shoved him and he was screaming out in pain for a sec there, is what I thought. That's what I thought happened there. Hi, how are you?
Take me, what am I gonna do?
You are going to give me all your pension right now.
You've got to help me. Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with, are you?
No.
Why do you ask?
Hey? Oh, sorry, I should explain. My name's Kitav. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the forest and he hasn't come back. Would you help me find him?
Maybe.
I can try. Tell me what I need to know.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this place hidden, right?
Shula told us about it, yes.
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and my friend's job to maintain them. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have faded years ago.
So your friend went into the forest to visit one of these cairns?
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down to Father's Fell. There are two cairns out that way, one by the banks of the Swift Run, and another near the Winged Wains, the, ships in the forest.
All right. How will I know this friend of yours?
His name's
You
Nasif.
won't.
He's about my height, but clean-shaven. If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search the village, just in case anyone's seen him, and meet you back here.
Very well.
Just accepted rules of honor. Well, I already have 2 prioritized ones from stuff here, and the next one's a +1, so I'll just prioritize this next one.
Another by the river.
I think I'll do. Well, there are chocobos here,
Stranger.
but I still can't summon mine yet. Maybe there'll be areas where I can. I don't know.
I am.
Does this unlock like a chocobo stable or something here?
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables.
That's very much
And
the
not
vibe I'm
just
getting
any
here.
Stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with chine gall and wet beak.
What?
If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens and has her feathers groomed twice a day with a curl hairbrush.
Nothing but the best for my ambrosia.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty name. What's she like?
Well, she's tall and strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see. Can you bring her here?
So this would be the quest that unlocks the use of my chocobo within the DLC area.
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. And he's ferried chocobos before. You could get him to bring her. It'd be perfect timing and all. He's preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
He would. Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around. All right then. Where could I find your father?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
I assume that this quest wouldn't appear here unless I unlocked Chocobo in the first place in the main game. So that's... I'll turn around and do it really quickly here, if it's right there. Like, he might just be like, oh, go meet me in my ship, wherever the heck, and then I'll get around to doing it when I'm in the area. But with this right here, I can't help myself. Just go and chat to him. And while I'm here anyway.
When you've decided what you want, just let me know.
Be one of those. Yeah, so I have all this stuff there. Hi! So you can bring my bird over here?
I am. Shula invited me. Are you Manda's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
She's asked to see my chocobo, but I need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. The tributary says we're to treat you lot as we would each other. So, if you need me to ferry your bird over, then that's what I'll do. Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
And where would I find
Okay, so
one
it's a
of those?
fetch quest.
Oh, don't
Maybe I'll
ask
get this
me.
stuff on the way.
It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed a fair bit since then. Where do you usually get your stable supplies from?
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and ask him.
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird and your gourd, and then meet me by the shore. Just don't take too long, alright?
Should I just go do this one? I would unlock my Chocobo in the DLC area. Speak to Rowan and Martha's Rest. Maybe I will do just this one, and then I can, like, zoom around the DLC area with my bird anyway. I'm sure it would be faster to just, like, not do this, but, alright, so it's the 2-for-1. Am I dumb in forgetting where the heck Martha's Rest is? Wait, no, I'm looking for 1. I got them confused as, like, the 2+1s. Yeah, I mean, just finding out there's another set of icon abilities. I have no idea how to get it, though. Oh? There's another set?
We've got a few rooms going spare now.
After Leviathan?
Dead for the night. Speak to Martha.
Hi, how you doing?
I remember you.
I can look
You're
up
the one who saved Whiteheart.
Final Fantasy
How's
16.
your girl doing?
All icon
She's very well. Thank you.
abilities.
Oh, don't thank me. You're the one who saved her.
It seems like this would be the final
What
one.
brings you to the rest today?
I was hoping to purchase...
Apparently the final one is
gourd,
Ultima's.
And I thought you might be able
Maybe
to
it's just
tell me
like a
where I could
bonus for
find
beating
one.
the game.
Oh, reckon
Something
I can
like
do
that.
better than that. Just so happens, I've got a whole carload of the blasted things. Not a buyer in sight.
Really?
Aye, you'd be doing me a favor taking a few off my hands before they turn to mush. But just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh? Don't want them chasing after you like they did me.
I will. And thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Any friend of Whiteheart is a friend of mine. And in times like these, friends have got to stick together.
We certainly do.
Well, thanks, man.
Northridge
But yeah, so
then.
apparently I can just, like,
Wouldn't want to keep Manda's
channel
father waiting.
Ultima. Near Northreach. Let's see here. So, yeah, I'm looking for 1. So, over here. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll get my bird unlocked. I'll zoom. It'll be great. So, I know I'm right in the area of these ones, but I'm not gonna be bothered with that.
The minion's all but done for.
Yeah, I
That shouting.
don't know. Maybe I'll find out in due time. Is maybe what'll happen. Mind if I scooch on through here? I'm honestly kind of surprised the game let me do that. Quite frankly. Just a little bit surprised about that. Alright, zoom over this way. Bring over my bird. I want my bird. Then I can continue with the rising tide here and all the stuff with Leviathan and all that. Can't believe we're finding out about this now after all this time. You know, finding out a whole bunch of things along the way of this playthrough, it seems like the super cheaty Pete items of the Echoes of the Fallen. I keep wanting to say something else of the Fallen. And not knowing what that something else is and getting confused. Hi. Doing good.
Ah, there you are. And this must be Ambrosia, was it? Oh, she's a real beauty, isn't she?
I have the mimic or two. Here.
Originally native to Ash, early trade between the twin realms saw the bright orange vegetable quickly spread across Storm. Though unlike in Waloed, where it can be found in a variety of culinary creations from pies to soups, west of the Otha, the Mimit gourd's use is almost solely limited to chocobo fodder, as it is found to induce a calming effect in ill-tempered birds.
Thank you kindly. Soon as she's gobbled this up, we'll set sail.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Don't worry. You'll be alright.
Okay, so the Ultima thing is the Kairos Gate thing, where you have to do the boss rush after beating DLC 2, then. Do a whole bunch of bosses in a row. So like an ultimate reward kind of thing.
Well, we made it.
You didn't all? She is as white as snow. You're beautiful, aren't you, girl?
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the journey over. The Mimic Gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt there's much that could unnerve her now.
Not with a beloved master by her side.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
Anyway, thanks for bringing her here. I hope I can breed a bird like her someday.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to Northreach, you only need say the word.
Thank you.
I hope it's automatic, though.
I think we
now.
might explore Mysidia together.
Or I can just summon her
What do you say,
anytime.
Ambrosia?
In either area, I hope. If I had to manually ferry every time, that would be really annoying. Quest complete. Bird of Passage. I got some Weirite for that. You can now summon Ambrosia and Mysidia. Heck yeah. That was a important one. There, now I have my bird here. Sweet. I can finally do that. I should do it and beat Ultima with his own abilities. Jokey, of course, I'll don't actually do it. Just thinking about it sounds hilarious, yeah. Use his own abilities against him. But yeah, I don't know how far I would have to get in the thing to unlock it. If I need to get to like some super far, I hit the wrong button there initially. Super crazy point. Game mixed up with AC Valhalla there again, where you have to press Y.
East at the shipwrecks to reach
Mount
the
your
coast. Now
boat.
we must head in
Boat?
the opposite direction.
Your horse. I'd boat on the mind. Left it is then. That's other +1. So like while I'm here, let me just really quickly dip this way and have a look-see here.
If there's one thing I know about beastmen, it's that they love to hide in the dark.
5. Cool. What did I have, here, that's what I had it on. That blue still kind of looks like a light green, like my orbs were before. Like, after I look at it long enough, I can see it being light blue. But it takes me a moment. My brain is still used to seeing the light green there, and that's still kind of what I see. wish that the colors in the icons at the bottom right would be a little bit more distinct and clear. Yeah, if only there was uniqueness for crazy stuff like that. They're funny looking dudes, aren't they?
What are they up to? Some sort of ritual.
They look like enemies you'd see in a Soulsborne game.
Disturb you.
The cloaks, the lanterns, the knives as they slowly approach you just to stab you. Also, they can get to... Whoops, I'm getting mixed up with Valhalla there again. They are a little bit higher than the default max level of 50, huh? Sure seems like being at level 53. Knife is the name of the skill there. Hold on, I need to find out. But yeah, I know that my max level should be 55 now with the DLC. But Abyssal Tier, so it starts charging up. If I switch here, oh, and then it moves the thing. So it is still there. And can I use other things and have it not cancel? I can. Okay. And if I dodge things, the way they waddle. And yeah, I can go up to 4 there. So it may as well be the thing that, like, I start charging up during boss battles. And then sometime when it's at the ready, like, after they're staggered, then I let it off like this. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, that's another meter that I can build up and unleash when I'm actually staggering bosses, is what I can do. And that sounds like a good idea there. Something like that, I don't know. And then... I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Just kind of playing around here. And then the this again. Sure, another Abyssal Tier. So I don't need to be on that while I'm dodging. Like, if I get a perfect dodge, it'll charge it up faster, right? Come on, just... Okay, I'm going over to the other one. Okay, well, they're otherwise preoccupied. Slash at me. Slash at me. Slash... Okay, well... Just kidding. You... Well, I mean, this. Yeah, I'm trying out this one. I do like the idea of another thing that I can charge up and let off for when, like, the stagger is through. And with all the multiple hits, it might also be good at whittling down the will gauge. It doesn't seem like it takes too long before it recharges, since it's not an ultimate thing. Just a regular skill.
Let's see what's on this altar then.
So I might just want to keep using it. I could try the other ones just to experiment, put in some different slots. But from the description of my brief little trial here alone, I'm kind of feeling
Silver
this.
chain. I doubt the Tombury's made it. This must be what Fennec was talking about.
Okay, and there's another plus thing. And the quest is basically done then, so I'm just going to do that quickly, and then I have both of the plus ones done. So I may as well. I believe that's the one that's in Tekken 8, the ability that I'm using here. I already forgot the name of it, I'm going to be honest.
You're back. Well, did you find anything?
No. I mean, a string of finely wrought links found offered upon an altar in Tonberry territory, exactly as Mysidia's healer suspected. The delicacy of the metalwork, combined with the fact that the attached pendant depicts the head of a dragon, suggests that it is not the work of beastmen.
I did. This silver chain.
I knew it.
Well, I'm still none the wiser.
Forgive me. This chain. It's a Gregorian Maternoster.
Worn by men of the faith. What's it doing here? And why would the Tomburys be praying to it?
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tomburys are. They feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man, they will put a curse upon him.
So you think someone's put a Tombury curse on Talor?
can't say for sure. Truth be told, I always assumed it was an old wives' tale. But given his fear of the forest and the presence of the chain on the altar, I don't know what else to think.
Does Talor have any enemies in the village? Anyone who would nurse such a grudge?
No, I believe the one who left the chain at the altar was Talor himself.
I beg your pardon.
But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has nowhere to go but back to its source.
You're saying he cursed himself?
In trying to curse another, aye.
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall on trading expeditions. He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs, lest Grieger's faithful turn their cudgels on him.
Did they ever catch him in his deception? Might that explain the ill will he bears someone?
Not that he ever told me.
Come now, let's not waste time speculating about Talor's past. We need to focus on the present, and that means finding a way to break the curse.
All right. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Thank you. I shall.
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble. Here, it's not much, but I want you to have this. We call it an adder stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain rare minerals we use in crafting. Makes them ring out like a bell. Stuff you'd have no chance of spotting otherwise. If you find anything, see that you bring it back to me. I can make you some decent gear with it. If you're interested, like.
I am, thank you. And I'll be sure to pay you a visit. Until then, I wish your father a swift recovery.
Okay, so I'm now going to be alerted to when I'm close to valuable stuff. Serpent Ring Design Draft. A diagram detailing the steps to craft a set of 4 rings believed to channel the might of the icon Leviathan. Necessary for crafting Serpent Rings, so I assume that'd be equipment that boosts, like, the Leviathan abilities. Curiosity, and I guess that goes on my shelf. And this goes on my shelf and grants me that. Yeah, something at Adderstones. Serpent Ring recipes unlocked. Okay. Interesting. Here, I'll have a quick look-see at the blacksmith out of curiosity. Serpent Rings. You have obtained the design draft for Serpent Rings. Accessories that, when equipped, enhance Leviathan's iconic abilities. To create these items, speak with Blackthorn in the Hideaway or Pavat in Haven's Foundry and select the craft option. Please note that the crafting them will require several materials found only in Mysidia, such as aquamarine. Adderstone. You have obtained an Adderstone. Carved from aquamarine, Adderstones will resonate both audibly and visibly with other nearby sources of the precious gemstone, making them invaluable in gathering the rare crafting material. Your controller will also vibrate when in proximity. Aquamarine is hidden throughout Mysidia, so be sure to check every corner of the region. Please note that some aquamarine locations will differ between action/story focus modes and Final Fantasy mode. Interesting. What's the weird flash that keeps on coming up on the preview? Like, does it not loop properly and there's just like a single frame of like a different shot? Because that's what it sure looks like there. And is there a finite amount of them? One of those kind of collect-a-thon thingamabobs? Okay, gotcha.
Steel's just as good as any.
So yeah, I need aquamarine and a bunch of other stuff there. Reduces deluge cooldown time, reduces crosswell cooldown time, reduces abyssal tear cooldown time, reduces tsunami cooldown time. Alright, I don't need any of those, but now I know, and I'll probably be collecting more materials on the way because the game is going to be alerting me to when I am close to them.